Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. Tonight I've got something really great planned for you. It is going to be a mashed or pureed cauliflower with New Zealand lamb chops and a couple different kinds of mushrooms sautéed in some white wine and thyme and maybe a little bit of cream. So I'm going to get started with the cauliflower first so we can get that in the oven. I've cut it up here. I'm going to sprinkle it with a little salt and pepper. A little bit more there. We're going to pop this in the oven. The other thing I'm going to do is roast some garlic. You don't want to put the garlic cloves naked on here because you're cooking this at a high temperature, around 425, 450, and they'll burn. So you take the whole clove like this, the whole bulb actually, and you take a little bit of olive oil. You're just going to kind of saturate that in there like that. And you're going to close it up. We'll put it right here on the pan with the cauliflower and let it roast. I have one in the oven that I started already because it takes usually at least 30 minutes. And so I wanted to be safe, but I had some ready when the cauliflower is ready. So we're going to pop this in the oven. As you can see, I've coated it with a lot of olive oil. We're going to let that roast. And then we'll come back and we'll get started. All right. So while I am waiting for the cauliflower to roast, I'm going to cut up a little bit of shallots and a little bit of fresh thyme. So we have that ready. The one thing about this meal is that it is, I hate to use the word diet, but there's an eating plan that a lot of people are on right now. It's called keto, and this is really keto friendly. There's literally no carbs in this meal. You have cauliflower, you have lamb, you have mushrooms, white wine, and the sugar and the alcohol from the wine cooks down when you put it in the pan anyway, and a little cream. Had to have this tonight. I always usually try to drink a glass of wine and listen to jazz while I'm cooking, but since I'm with you guys, I won't put the jazz on. It might drown things out, but it is definitely my therapy. This is a yummy cab. Reds are great with lamb. Although the wine we're cooking with tonight with the mushrooms is going to be a white wine. It's going to be a Chardonnay. All right, so the cauliflower is almost done. I'm going to start to sear the lamb chops. How yummy do those look? They've been marinating a little bit just in salt and pepper and a little olive oil only because the sauce that we're going to put over everything has some herbs in it and stuff, so we don't want any, too many crazy flavors all over the place and things clashing. And get them going. And you want the pan to be super, super hot because you want a crust to form on both sides of the chops. And you notice that I have them seasoned on every single side. That side, every side. Because you're going to brown all of those. Yeah, it'll crust. There we go. You're going to let that go. You just cook them till they brown. You just have to keep checking them. You don't want to lift them too soon because they won't come off the pan. You have to wait until they start creating some juices and then it'll lift really, really easily. 5 to 7 minutes on each side. We'll see. Okay, we're going to check the cauliflower while those are sizzling up there. This is looking pretty good. Take a look at the garlic is roasting really well. That's awesome. All right, this is almost done. Okay, good. Couple more minutes for that. Okay, so we're going to turn these over. I think they're about ready. Yeah, see that? That's what you want to see. It's almost like a crust that forms on there. Yeah, those are awesome. We're going to do this to both sides, and then we're going to turn them up on their little sides like this. Oh, sorry, like that, and do the same thing. That's been there maybe about 5-6 minutes. So we're going to give this a few more minutes on this side, then we're going to turn them over on their side, and we're going to check the internal temperature. The temperature that you want for lamb is about 125 degrees. It'll be medium rare then, and then you want to take it off the fire because they do what's called carryover cooking, and it'll cook another 5 degrees after you take it off of the fire. And we want them at about 130, which is medium, okay? So we've gotten the other side crusted, and now they're kind of like on their sides. We're going to take the cauliflower out again while we're waiting for that. So I think that's just about done. Yeah, that looks great. Awesome. Put that here. And we are going to throw this in the blender. Squeeze a few of these little, there we go, look at that. All you do is squeeze, it'll come right up. Back on the lamb, turn that down, turn this over there. Gotta get every single side. I have a little broth that I'm gonna add. And this you will just want to add a little at a time. You can use vegetable broth or chicken broth. Let's get this mixed, and then we'll see if you want to add a little butter and cream to it. All right, here we go. All right, that didn't take long. Yum. Okay. Got a little butter. It's actually already cut up because I made some puff pastry earlier this week with some apple turnovers. It was really, really good. So let's throw a little bit of butter in there. There we go. I say let's put a little more broth in too. There we go. Just a little. There we go. No more. I didn't put any more than a half a cup most in there. Now I'm going to add a little bit of cream. A couple tablespoons. That's about it. All right, let's mix that up and see what we got. All right, let's give it a taste. I need a little salt and pepper. Let me check on these little babies over here for a minute. Whoa. Okay, these are done. Definitely done. So let's take these out. Some butter. All right. That's what we're looking for. The wine. Pop some wine in there. This gadget I love. It's called a rabbit. Pop that on there. It's got little blades on. Uh-oh. Nope. Can't use it. It's a screw off. So I'm using a Chardonnay, and you can buy any kind. You can buy 2 Buck Chuck from Trader Joe's, or you can get whatever you like. This happens to be like a $7 bottle of wine. Not that much. So we're going to pop that in there and let it reduce down for a minute. While that's reducing down, I'm going to taste the cauliflower. You definitely use a little salt. That's pretty good. A little salt in there, a little pepper. There we go. And now I just want to blend it. I don't really want to do any more. So put it on low. There we go. That's it. And you can see in here, looks pretty good. Okay. We're going to put some mushrooms in here. I have shiitake and crimini mushrooms. Awesome. That's all going to reduce down, have an amazing taste. We're going to add the thyme to it in a little bit, a little cream, and we're going to have an amazing mushroom sauce for the lamb and the cauliflower. I'm going to take a little bit of garlic out of here and put it in the mushrooms and in the sauce. Just squeezing it out just like that, literally. We're going to pop it right in here, and that'll break right up inside. Oh man, I wish you guys could smell this. I'm going to throw a few little shallots in there, not many. Just for an extra little zing. All right. Salt, pepper. All right, get that all stirred around. Just speaking of wine, cheers. So let that go for a little bit. We're gonna add some cream, and we're just about done. We're gonna dish it up. Okay, this is coming along really nicely. Look at that. Rich brown broth. I'm gonna add some thyme to that. I love fresh herbs. You really can make a dish. Put about maybe a tablespoon in there. Boy, that smells good. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of cream. Turn that down. There we go. Not much. I don't want this to be a really rich, thick sauce. I just want to give it a little bit of richness and flavor and thicken it up a bit. There we go. That was no more than a couple tablespoons of cream. I think we are ready to plate. Look at that. That's an amazing sauce for the lamb and the cauliflower. Perfect. On top. There we go. Pop a little parsley on there. And there you have it, guys. How yummy does that look? We're gonna have to take a bite and see how this is. So let's try it out. So here's the true test. We're going to taste it. That's perfect. Look at that. That is medium. How about that? Let's take a little of that off there. Okay, let's get some of this. Look how great that looks. I'll forget this. Sorry. It's just so good. The butter and the cream was a great idea on the cauliflower for texture and taste. The mushrooms are amazing. The cream made it extra rich. The lamb is cooked perfectly, and the thyme just brings it all together. And this tops it off. Oh boy. I gotta go because I'm gonna finish dinner. I had a great time with you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it and you learned something. And as always, stay safe, and I will see you again soon. Love you. Bye-bye.